Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and I was always told I had a voice for radio, so today I am bringing you the second set of games from the Pokkén Tournament Danish National Championship. Now, it was unofficial, but it was a lot of fun, and we saw some good Pokkén tournaments. So, strap in, have a very good time. If you haven't watched the first round of games, I suggest you do so now. Otherwise, enjoy these games from the Pokkén Tournament Danish National Championships. Alright, so game one actually sees a player we have already seen this tournament. We have seen Frederick. He took down the Lucario of Anders in the first game. Now we're seeing him take on Isla's Pikachu Libre. So, Frederick has already won once. He's got himself up into that winner's bracket. Let's see if he can, shall we say, repeat the same trick over again. Now, we do have Cubone and Diglett coming up for Isla and his Pikachu Libre, and we are off, and straight away we've got some aggression going on. Both players wanting to get in nice and close, Pikachu getting in close, but now we see some blaze kicks from Blaziken, and they are working very nicely. We saw Frederick use them to great effect in the first match, but we see Isla and Pikachu Libre coming back there with a grab attack. So Blaziken coming in with his blaze kicks, and then he's grabbing through the block of Pikachu Libre, and that's very nice. We see some heat waves coming out there, back into some blaze kicks, and a very quick win for Frederick there. We've already seen Frederick take down Anders and his Lucario. Frederick now looks like he's going to be running through the winner's bracket. He is a win away. We're still in best of 3 here. We're in the early games. It will become best of 3, but not for a while yet. So some side range attacks there from Pikachu Libre, and he comes. Now we do see a lovely counter attack on those blaze kicks, but not enough for the second one, unfortunately. Now we do see Diglett coming in with Diglett Dig, but it is blocked, and blaze kicks, but we see a counter attack there. Pikachu Libre seems to have the measure of those blaze kicks, but a lovely use of the attack triangle there in Frederick using a grab to take down those counter attacks. Now we do see, oh, is he going to hit with these Gatling flame kicks? No! Pikachu comes in with a fun, oh no, he does! It has priority over that Thunderclap press, and even though the Thunderclap press came in second, the Gatling flame kicks will actually be enough to take Pikachu Libre. Now he's not completely done, but it won't be long now, and here we see the grab attack, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Frederick wins his second game. Go Frederick, winning 2 games already on the stream. So now we see Alexander L with his Mewtwo against Alexander S with his Gardevoir. It's not a mirror match, but we do have 2 players called Alex. Alexander, I suppose, to be slightly more accurate. Now, we have seen Mewtwo before. This will be our first look at Gardevoir in this particular tournament. But we did see Mewtwo actually played by Alex in the second game, winning over a Charizard. So is Alex going to be able to follow Patrick and pull off his second win here? All 4 of the games in this video are featuring someone who won in the first round. Now we see some Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, although it's a different order than that, from Mewtwo, and he's trying with those Hyper Beams, but they're slow and they take a while. Now we do see a Psycho Cut with follow-up, and we see a stored power now from Gardevoir, just knocking Mewtwo back, creating a bit of separation, jumping over those Hyper Beams, but a counter attack from Mewtwo will come in and finish off. This is very nice play from Alex there. He wants to join Frederick and have 2 wins under his belt. Alex, on the other hand, wants to come back and show that he is worthy of being in that winner's bracket as well. So we see another Psycho Cut with a follow-up there from Mewtwo. He's trying them, but he's missing. Now we do see both players getting in nice and close, and lots of blocking, lots of attacking, but now we see Gardevoir breaking through. But not before we see some counterattacks from Mewtwo, a Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, that I finally said in the correct order, a Hyper Beam that misses, but another Psycho Cut and follow-up is what he's trying to do, and brilliant aggression there from Mewtwo and Alex, and that will be enough, quite frankly. We just saw Frederick win his second game with Blaziken. We've now seen Alex win his second game with Mewtwo. So on to Mikkel and Jonas. And I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be impartial, but I am cheering for Mikkel here. He is going to be playing Garchomp. Chandelure might be the character with whom I am best, but Garchomp is my favourite character in the game. I just need a little bit more practice. And we have a power character here in Garchomp going up against a speed character here with Pikachu Libre. Not a huge use of support Pokemon yet in the tournament. We do see this players forget, but we see a dig from Garchomp because what do you do in field phase? You dig. And we see another dig, and we're going to need to see some blocks there from Isla, or he is just going to be taken down with those digs. A lovely grab attack from Isla and Pikachu Libre there. I keep saying Isla, I mean Mikkel, I apologise. No, I don't, I mean Jonas. There's a lot of people playing Pikachu Libre. An Earthquake from Garchomp there. And he tries a Dragon Claw, but it's not quite enough. A counterattack from Pikachu Libre doesn't go through, but in comes Garchomp. Now Pikachu Libre is coming in there, bit of a counterattack, another Earthquake. Even when blocked, that does a fair bit of chip damage, but we see a wild charge there from Pikachu, or as I like to call it, the Stone Cold Stunner. I think I called it Nuzzle in the previous video, my apologies. It is a wild charge. Another counter-attack, Garchomp here, they're both very, very close to being knocked out. We see another Earthquake, he's not going to finish with chip damage, but one good attack will finish off. Here comes Victini with his V-Create, and that is enough. Garchomp gets in a good hit and takes a 1-0 win. Mikkel and his Garchomp are taking down Jonas and his Pikachu Libre, but we are in a best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. This is not over yet. So we do see a dig, but it misses. We then see a dig jumping out of into an Earthquake, a favourite trick of mine. That misses, but another Earthquake does hit there. Garchomp very much on the attack, and here he comes with his Synergy Burst. Is he going to get his burst attack? Yes, he does. He comes in with the Outrage Smasher, which pierces through the block of Pikachu Libre. And this is one of my favourite things about Garchomp. His burst attack is wonderful. Lots of recoverable health. And Jonas does recover a little bit of that health by going into his own burst mode. But there's not much left here. Garchomp is very much... But Thunderclap Press comes in. And Jonas hits full on with that Thunderclap Press. We are going to see the full animation here. Now this isn't going to be enough to take down Garchomp. He is a power character. It's not doing anywhere near enough, but gosh darn it, ladies and gentlemen, it is a start. Now we see a counter-attack from Pikachu Libre here, taking down that Garchomp. Now it's still far from over. Garchomp has got the lead. He's a power character. He does a lot more damage than Pikachu Libre does. He does hit with an Earthquake there. This game is ripe for a grab attack if somebody wants to do it. But we see a counter-attack. Counter-attacks from both players there. And it's getting very, very close. A grab from either player could end it or come very close. Victini comes in with V-Create, but Garchomp there, he doesn't get the grab, but he still gets the win. So we see Mikkel there with his Garchomp taking down Jonas. We saw Jonas win in the 3rd game against Blaziken, but he could not join Alex and Frederick in getting 2 wins in a row. For the final game in this particular round, we've got Rasmus and his Chandelure, who we saw take down Quang and his Sceptile in the first video. And we've got Simon with another Pikachu Libre, a very popular character at this particular tournament. We've seen Jonas and Isla playing Pikachu Libre. Now we've got Simon, and he's going to be taking on Rasmus, who we've already seen win with Chandelure. And how did Rasmus win last time? With those beam attacks, so that's what he's trying now. And it's working very well. He tries a Will-O-Wisp. Pikachu Libre struggling to get in nice and close. We do see Rasmus changing up his attacks a little bit here. Some Will-O-Wisp. Oh, but in comes Pikachu. He gets a nice little combo there. But we see a lovely up weak attack from Chandelure, and we see Rasmus is mixing up his attacks. He's got the ability, he just didn't need to in the previous round. We see Frogadier coming in there, getting a couple of hits, and Chandelure is on the offensive. Water Pulse is what we call Frogadier's attack. And Pikachu Libre here, he's making it nice and close. He gets in, he gets an attack. And Simon here wants to get the win. They both want to get the win. They're so close to being over. But now Chandelure is doing what he wants to do. He's keeping Pikachu Libre at bay. And If you block forever, ladies and gentlemen, then you do run out of block. Your shield does fall, and Rasmus takes down Pikachu Libre with a Will-O-Wisp at the end. We've seen 3 players in their second game here. 2 of the first 3 have repeated. Rasmus wants to be the 3rd player to repeat and go into 2 wins in this particular tournament. Oh, and we see a brilliant wild charge from Pikachu Libre there, getting through those attacks. Now we do see a synergy burst from Chandelure. Is he going to hit with his burst attack? No, Chandelure and his final flicker do get blocked. And here we see Pikachu Libre. Oh, but he gets hit with those beam attacks again. Will-O-Wisp from Chandelure doing a lot of damage here. But another wild charge from Pikachu Libre. And this is Simon saying, look, you can use a move over and over again. If it works, so can I. Frogadier comes in with his Water Pulse. And Rasmus still waiting for his Reshiram to come and charge up here. Now we do see some more ranged attacks from Rasmus. Again, Pikachu Libre is so close to winning this. He's coming in. Oh, and he just comes in. He doesn't even need to use Thunderclap Press. He just rushes in, gets off one little attack, and we are going to game 3. Rasmus is being pushed a lot harder in this game than he was in his game in part 1 here in the video we saw earlier. Those beam attacks, Pikachu Libre running around, avoiding them, using those blocks, and in he comes to get some damage going. Not enough, unfortunately. We can see Chandelure wants to keep Pikachu Libre at bay, but he comes in with another wild charge. That wild charge attack is clearly doing wonders at getting around Chandelure. And here we go again with another wild charge. Oh, and he's so close to winning now. He's just going to need another attack or 2. And Chandelure is going to go down. At the beginning of this best of 3, we saw Rasmus being positively dominant. But in comes Simon there. And he finishes off. He takes down Rasmus. And there we saw a very nice video. Both Frederick and Alexander L came in with their second victories, but Jonas and Rasmus fell short from getting their victories. Now, you know the deal, ladies and gentlemen. Click that like button, click subscribe if you haven't done so, and get a friend to subscribe on your behalf if you have. And of course, there's a comment section. Go enjoy. Now, I'm going to be back with some more games from this Pokkén Tournament, Danish National Championships, and I'm going to be coming up in later videos playing my own Chandelure. There's a little tease for you. As always, the most important thing, look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.